Well, hello fellow RVers, this is Gary with Ruff RV Life. Got Sharon behind the camera. We're out walking our dogs this morning. So, where's Freedom brought us for this dog walk? Well, we are at East Fork Campground, close to Pagosa Springs in the San Juan National Forest. That's where we've landed for just an overnight stay on our way to, where are we going? Great? Mesa Verde.
Mesa Verde.
Eventually we're going to Mesa Verde, that's our goal. So we're going to be leaving in a few minutes, but while we're here, we'll just give you a snapshot of this campground. I think there's 26 sites here. No water, no electric. It is like a boondocking, but
no dump. No dump that we know of.
It's $24 a night, and I do believe there's some type of discount, maybe if you're old like me.
There are no water spigots to hook up to. You
Nope.
have to pump into a container.
Yes.
And we're close to the East Fork River, but it is not easily accessible.
No, and I have not seen a dump station either, so I don't even think there's one of those.
But here's a registration area, and you can also register on Recreation.gov. Okay, and they do have mosquitoes, so we're going to get walking.
Yes, we are.
We just passed 1 through 5 with some folks out, but now we have this next little stretch of nothing. Site 6. You could pull off with the RV right there. Little slopey to one side. And site 7 coming up to our pull through. Site 10. Site 7 where we are. And those cars and campers, that's part of the other loop. Site 9. And site 8. Site 7. And a little chipmunk right there on the tree. So you can see the roads. We can make it around in our 33-foot Class 8 motorhome. I'm not sure you would want to go much bigger than that, although I'm told that they've had a 36-foot fifth wheel in here. The sites are, not all sites can accommodate larger rigs. Okay, there's still people here in this area, but this is 20 through 26. So you can see, just from the road point of view. Let's pull off here at site 20. You can hear the river, and right across the way there is site 21. So you could back an RV in there. And then it goes on around that way. Site 22. Little slopey. And here is site 11. And you can hear the water really nicely here. And somewhere there is that steep trail down. But there's site 11. And the road goes on. You don't have anything on the left. And site 12 right here, just to pull beside. Pull along right here. Living space is right there. And again, you can hear that water. And the road goes on. You can see that one's a little slopey for a larger RV or something. That site 13 quite a dip there. But that's 13, and then 14's where that 10 is. 15 up in the woods there. That's the only two up in that area. Site 17 is a nice pool beside. Living space up there, and you can still hear the river a little bit. We can't hear it at all at our site. Site 18, a little slopey if you're in a RV, but it's right next to Site 19. Site 19, a pull-off, little slopey though, but it's right across from the vault toilets. Good for tent camping. So after 19, you have this little stretch of no campsites. Definitely spread out here, this East Fork Campground. Side 1. Through the trees there you can see part of the other loop, 20 through 26. And that would be the end of it. So it's a loop. This loop, and then the loop, the little loop, 20 through 26. Shade. Loving the shade. Okay, so we have tried to show you here a good overview of the sites. There are a lot of people camping and they're outside, so we were not able to show you every single site. But you can go on Recreation.gov and see the layout of the campground if you decide to come here.
Well, that was our little snapshot tour of East Fork Campground. As you can see, some of the sites might accommodate a larger rig. Not too many of them, but there are a few. Some of them not so level, some of them, it goes up and down, split level almost. Mostly we saw in here were tents and Class Bs and smaller travel trailers. But we did fit in here all right with but we're only 33 feet. So, like I said, there's no dump station here. There's no water, no electric.
Well, there's water, but
you got to pump it. Not like a spigot. So, but it's boondocking with a place to park. And you get to spend $24 to park.
In the shade, though.
In the shade, in the trees.
And it was delightful last night with the windows open and 50s. Very, very nice.
Yeah, at night it was nice. It got a little warm during the day because we weren't running our generator or ACs. This is East Fork Campground. It's off of 160.
Right, and things to do in the area. There is hiking, biking, and the Continental Divide Trail is near here, but nothing is like right here.
No.
It's in the area. There's also off-road trails. And we understand disperse camping up on the other side of the river.
Right.
And there's a Class A up there, we're told. So, hey.
So, there might be some things around here. I didn't see a playground or anything like that, but most of the people that we saw were in a couple of days maybe and gone, 2 or 3 days. The host is really nice.
Very helpful.
Oh, and Verizon service, let's just, we can't make a phone call. Maybe get a text out, but there's no downloading or uploading or anything like that. You're out here.
No, and even though, because I won't book a place unless it says that there's service, and this said there's service, not great service, but the whole time I was here, I think I got service like twice, but I couldn't do anything.
No.
Basically, I've had an X. Now, Gary's been able to get service, not
texting.
So
I can text. That's about all.
Yeah, but we do have, I want to show the backyard though. Take a look at our backyard. I mean, nice shade. It is so good to be in the trees, right, Mr. D?
Yes, it was nice. There's mosquitoes.
There are mosquitoes, surprisingly.
Quite a few.
So as nice as it is, I got my chair there and I got a book and I got the dogs, and we were out here all of maybe 5 minutes before
they got swarmed.
Yeah, it was too many mosquitoes. We were just sitting back enjoying the evening right over there. So there are mosquitoes. But for a night stay, It's very peaceful, especially if you have an America the Beautiful pass of some sort, and the cost is half. Or take your chances and head on up the road there, the nice dirt road. Oh, a word about getting here. You want to talk about
Yeah,
getting?
I'll talk about getting here. Google Maps. Google Maps will have you drive in the direction we were coming from Wolf Creek toward Pagosa Springs. It will have you drive right by the entrance, which would be on your left, down 4 miles and doing a loop in a neighborhood that's dirt roads with a very steep hill that you cannot possibly get around.
The road is named Steep
Steep
Hill.
Hill.
Turn right on Steep Hill Road.
So when I first saw the road when I was coming up on the left at the very front of the road, it's a dirt road, it looked very narrow to me, so I had second thoughts about whether I wanted to try to put my motorhome down in this national park land here. And so, but I was still following Google Maps, and we wound up turning around in some lady's cul-de-sac down in that neighborhood.
Yeah, thankfully she came along and said, hey, we went up that hill. Do not go up Steep Hill Road. They went up in their fifth wheel and they bottomed out and tore something up, right?
I don't know.
And a
maybe
fifth
bump
wheel.
or something.
We're way lower than a fifth wheel.
So anyway, we got turned around and came back up, and I parked on the side of the road while my wife drove the car down the dirt road. And she came back and reported we can make it. So we did, obviously. But, yeah, chair fell over. So if you're coming this way to go to East Fork Campground, if Google tells you to go past it or any type of circle in some type of subdivision, ignore that, because you can turn into this campground right off of 160, and the road is wide enough that you can get all the way back here. So do that.
Do that.
Learn from our
right
mistake.
And there, just go slowly down that hill because the turn in is
it's a little bit steep, but it's not bad. We made it fine.
Yeah, and if we made it, you see, well, our airbags are dropped right now, but we sit very low, and we have almost gotten hung up on a railroad crossing before, so just be aware. I also want to say one more thing. You see the dust? Do you see? If you come to these parts, not here, I think all this happened at the Great Sand Dunes and base camp, but can you see it, honey, with the sunlight shining on it? The dust on the car, it is on everything. Okay, but we have enjoyed no wind here, just light breeze. Okay,
all right, so we're gonna wrap it up. Okay, we're done with this East Fork Campground. Gary, Sharon behind the camera, we're getting ready to hook and go. Safe travels. Click like and subscribe. Take care. Bye.
just a peek at the scenic road that leads to East Fork, and from East Fork, we're heading from East Fork right now back to 160 in our dusty RV.